Okay, this video I'm going to do based off the video. There was a sister. Oh yeah, through my chakra crystal stone. Okay, the video I'm doing is about that the black woman is God. She is the divine deity, and I believe I had told one of the sisters I had talked to that the video couldn't really hear based on my experience of what I saw. So let me tell you. What I saw. Okay, it was an orbit of a sun. It was like an orbit of a sunlight, like there's like a ball. I'm a musician. I gave up my music for the universe, for nature. You know what I mean? I gave up my music. I gave up everything for this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because what the universe told me, if I get to her, based on this is the same woman. Based on what the universe told me, she said that you're gonna lose your knowledge. You get into music, it's gonna be a distraction. Your distraction, you would not be able to come into the knowledge. If you wouldn't do music, you would not come to the knowledge of where you are right now. She said this to me a while ago. Now, the orbit that I saw, I was doing the music. Now, I became conscious very while back. I seen an orbit of a light, like a ball, sun. The sun was like a ball. And within this ball, it had a face. It had eyes of stars. Nose, very high cheekbone. The face structure of a beautiful black woman. When you look at a black woman structure. And within this orbit, it was doing this. Rotating. Staring. Here I was doing this. In my studio, I was doing this. Thinking of what kind of next music I'm going to work on. And I felt like something was watching me. Constantly doing this. She was watching. And within that, it was like a glass. It was like as though there was a face looking through a glass, a veil. So, here I was, I'm doing this, but then I do this. I look at it. It stared back. She stared back. Well, the feminine presence stared back. Then, boom, hit the ceiling, stretched. When she stretched, and she shot up like that way. And all I was saying to myself, what the F was that? Basically, what the fuck was that? Oh my God. What the fuck is that? Oh my God. What is that? Who is this fucking thing staring at me? She was staring at me. I was panicking. So, I kept on saying, and I started talking to her, and I said, who the hell are you? I'm like, who the hell are you? And I said, well, let me change up my tone. I said, I'm sorry. I started talking to it, and it was feminine, very feminine presence, very feminine. And I asked the feminine presence before I even knew if it was a female. I had a feeling that it was a woman because the structure of a black woman. You know, I seen that black woman structure. If you go on my Facebook page and look at the sunlight, I made a design based with the face within the sun. So she finally said something. She said, I am from, first I said, who are you? She did not tell me who she was. She didn't give me her name. She went in and started saying, my skin is like coil. Dark coil. Then she said, think of me of a Creole woman. I said, okay, Creole women are real dark women. You know what I mean? I'm like, they really dark, dark women. Then she said, my skin is like the color of space. She would use coil stones, and sometimes she would use space blackness. The stars you see is the spots, dots. dot, 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 dot. As though they are freckles, they were more like stars on her face. She was beautiful. Then she said, I am rich in my blackness. I am rich in my blackness. She is beautiful. That means richness, rich in her blackness mean like her darkness, like how much hue, how much carbon and melanin that she had in her. Then she said, I am extremely beautiful. And then I said, and I asked her. Then she said, my hair is to the ground. My hair is thick, wool, full, thick, and it hangs down to the ground. There are stars within my eyes. Because when I looked at the image of the veil, the sun, the orb of the face, it has stars in her eyes. If you go back and look at my Facebook, my page, you're going to see the 2 stars in her eye. And I'm telling you, it's looking like her straight to a T. So then I asked her, but where you from? She said, I am from cosmos, the universe. She said, I astral project to you from where I am. Physically, she was not here, but the projection of her was here. So, I've been seeing her for a while. She's been teaching me. This black woman is beautiful. And when I got a chance to see her, it was a second dream. It was like, here I was. It's crazy. I had about like 8 I got a journal about this thick, books of her. All right? So you can only imagine how many times I was dealing with her. So I said, she was dancing. Finally got a chance. She took me to this world. It was all water and a lot of islands, and there was no places like the size of Africa or United States, Australia. These little small islands was like Costa Rica, your Hawaii, you know what I mean, your Dominican Republic, your Jamaica. These smaller islands, you know what I mean. These Caribbean-like size islands, and it was like thousands of them. So we go to this land. We on this at shore. She walks to the water, to the ocean, to the sea, whatever. She walks. The water is up to her mid-thigh. She stretched out her hand. She did one of these numbers. Let me stop. I don't want to reveal detail. She stretched out her hand, and the way she turned, I want to show her something. I mean, the way she turned, she was moving like she was like liquid. Her eyes, the sun rod was like right there above her. Zoom. It was so bright and it was hot. I'm telling you, it was hot. She was dancing. She was like so moving like she was liquid. And then the way she just raised out her hair, just whoop whoop. It's like she smacked her hair. You can hear when she smacked her hair into the water. You can hear the smack of the water, like a pow, like you hear a loud smack. And she kept smacking her hair into the water, and she would just roll, and she would just throw her arms up to the sun to ride, and she would throw her neck all the way back on her other hands far behind her, and she stared into the sun without blinking. It was more that she did. I'm not gonna get into too much detail, but she had on it was like a bathing suit with like a royal, like a noble like bathing suit. It was like gold. It was like the sequence was like gold, and she was so. And then she stopped, and she walks up to me. She put both of her forearms like on my shoulders, like this. She stared into my eyes, made eye contact to me. Then I did like this. She said, look at me. And I said, I can't. And she said, why you will not look at me? And I said, you're beautiful. I was like, you're beautiful. That's why I kept on saying, you're beautiful. I can't. I said, your beauty is too. Listen, her beauty is phenomenal. Oh my God, her beauty was phenomenal. Oh, this is why I love so much about black women, because she made me love my women more and more, man. She dealt with me how to love my women, because she didn't like some of the things. Because I used to hate black women in the past. She dealt with me on that. Seeing her made me to love black women more and appreciate them. So she turns around, she lays down into the beach, the sun blazing hot. Then she do this, works my hand into the sand. She like, lie. She said, come, relax with me, lie beside me. So I sat down beside her. I look her in her face. And so I'm like, I'm doing this. That's all I did. I'm looking at, listen, it was like I'm looking at God, yo. It was like, so this is her. This is her. Her eyes closed. She bathed into the sun. She loved being in the sun. And she said, watch me. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. That's what I did. She smiles. And she said, pay attention with everything I'm going to tell you. I said, okay. She gets up. She stands up. She pulls me. I stand up. And she put her hands on my shoulders. And we walk. Then she stopped. Then she looked straight ahead. She mentioned about home. Like, you ever thought about home? I said, home? I'm looking around like you talking about, yeah, Earth? Yeah, I mean, I like Earth. She said, no, not that home. I said, home. I said, oh, your home? I said, hey, I never been to your home. I know your home is beautiful. She said, well, this is our home. Our home? Whoa. What you mean, our home? She said, is this our home? And she turned around, she looks at me, she walks up to me. You and I is from the same place. And I said, how is that? She said, you don't know me. Right now, you don't know me. You don't know me from your physical, but you know me from your higher self, your real self. And I said, how you going to tell me who I am? I said, I am me. Then she said, you're not who you think you are. Your physical is not who you are. And I said, I am. And I started getting angry. How can you tell me about me? She grabbed my arm. This is who you are. So when I looked at my arm, it was black like charcoal brown. And I stared and I said, what did you do to me? You cooked me. You burnt me. She said, I didn't do nothing to you. You are seeing yourself. I said, oh my God, this woman done burnt me. Take me back home. I want to go back to Earth. That's my home. She said, that is not your home. That's not your home. That's not where you're from. You was incarnated there. Who were you before? I said, I don't know. So I'm like, I'm scared. I'm like, because she's looking serious now. She didn't like how I was, and then she kept on saying, you're not who you are. She said, I know who you are. And all I could just see her pointing at me doing this. I could see her aura, her beauty. I said, I love you. Look, Look, man, all jokes aside, all seriousness, I did say that within myself. I ain't gonna lie, I fell in love with this woman. It was like I was in love. She taught me everything I needed to know. She taught me about my higher self. She told me, your physical, this is not me. The real me lives within me. The higher me. Because when I look in the mirror, it's not who you see. It's not who I am. She taught me that. She taught me the one who about the sun and the earth is heating up. And that the Mother Earth is going to burn off the parasites. Ra is going to cook them. She told me that. She told me everything. She the one who told me that I was an oracle. Just told me that a couple of weeks ago. And I met this sister named Modern Oracle. I was telling her on her page, I want to know about what an oracle is. So the Cosmos sister said, go to YouTube, look up, what is an oracle. And when I typed that in and I see Modern Oracle, the sister there, and she said, listen to her. She's going to give you the breakdown. Mind you, I already had the knowledge, but I didn't have the knowledge of who I was, as far as when you're talking about being an oracle. She broke down everything that the Cosmos sister said. Because the Cosmos sister told me everything what oracle does. Spiritually, they are connected to nature also. They only get the message from the divine divinity, but they're also going to tap into the nature, elements of nature. You know what I mean? So much things. I learned that from the Cosmos sister. But this is a black woman. This is why I say I believe black women are the divine gods. This was a beautiful, dark, black woman. She was beautiful. Oh my God, she was beautiful. I'm like, my God, man, I love you. I can't help it, She was dancing and she was into the water and the sea. The way she moving her hair into the water, and then when her hair hit the water, remember I told you her hair down to the ground. But whenever it was like wet, it was like a boosh, like sunflower. You know what I mean? Like wow, like that. That's when it hit the water. Now when it's not like regular wool, when it's not in water, it's like thick like wool, but it hangs down to the ground. But when it's wet, it's like it fluff up like this. And the way she had gold accessories. She loved gold. So, yeah, this is my experience of the Cosmos sister. There's journals. I have everything of what she done, the way she worked with me, the things she allowed me to see. This is how the Cosmos sister really is. This is how she is. Cosmos love Ashe. And I gave her that name. That's her nickname I gave her. Because I call her Cosmo Love because she's that beautiful. My daughters used to see her a lot too. They say you used to see the woman light. That's how my daughter called her. Where did she go? The woman light. Or sometimes she say, oh, I see her. I see a universe outside. My daughter's 4 years old. And my son also. My son thinks it was a ghost. My daughter said, that's the light. That's the universe. That's the Cosmos system. That's who I be seeing a lot. And she's still with me to this day. Ashe.